picture this. There's little Johnny who is not that bad at school, and he's a pretty decent athlete, and he's doing both at the same time. Well, one school in the morning and training in the afternoon. And he wants to be a real, like, pro athlete, but he also wants to keep up with school and get good grades. And if you see him at school, he's struggling with math, he's struggling with science, and he has pending homework from last week. In training, he's always worried about his homeworks. He's not playing correctly, he's not giving it his all, and his mind is just wandering around. He's not present in the game when he's training because he has too many homeworks that he's thinking about on how is he gonna complete them. And then on the other hand, we have Maximus. Maximus is acing school. He has A's in everything. He's not struggling with any subject. And when he struggles with a subject, he focuses to actually learn it. He focuses to be proficient in it, and he just puts in the work to learn that subject. And in training, he is present in the moment. He's with his teammates. He's playing his best, and he's giving it his all because his mind is in the moment and is thinking exactly of the training. You should aspire to be more like Maximus. If you're like little Johnny, you're probably struggling with school and training and being an athlete, and you can't really manage both of them. You either have like missing homeworks, or you don't do all the homeworks and you have missing assignments, which equals zeros and lowers your grades, or you are the good student, but in the field, in your sport, you're not performing at your highest level. You're not keeping up with your teammates. You're not challenging yourself to grow as an athlete. But you should aspire to actually be proficient in both, to be better in both, to be more like Maximus. You should actually focus to get good grades in school. You should do all your homeworks. You should be putting in time to actually learn the classes that you don't understand and the materials that you don't understand. And you might be asking, oh, but how should I do that if I don't have time? I'm in the mornings at school and the teachers are just yapping their way through the whole class, and I don't have any time to understand them because they don't know how to explain. And in the afternoons I'm at training. I come back home like at 10 p.m. I don't have enough time. Let me tell you, in between those, you do have time because you probably still play video games. You probably still have the time to scroll on TikTok and Instagram. You have the time to even do stuff that you're not supposed to do as a student athlete. You're probably just playing random video games with your friends. You're probably just wasting your time watching YouTube, watching reels, watching whatever it may be. You have time, and you know you have time. Instead of sitting down and scrolling for 1 hour or an hour and a half, you can put in that time to actually study what you are struggling with. There's always time for everything, and I've heard this being said. There's a time for everything. There's a time to play, there's a time to study, there's a time to focus, and there's a time to do. And you should learn to manage those. And how do you manage them, you might ask? Well, the way to manage your time is by actually having a schedule where you can track what you are supposed to do at what hour and exactly what you are going to do. Because if you keep it in your mind and your mind is not present at all, it's just wandering around, oh, I have missing assignments, oh, I have to go training, oh, I'm learning this skill with my teammates, oh, I'm learning this, I'm learning that. You won't be able to focus on what you have to do at what time. You should have a schedule. It can be either in your phone or you can create one on paper. You just separate the day by hours, and you can do this daily, or have like a daily copy that you can do over again, and just write each hour that you have on the day, and write exactly what you are going to be doing by that hour, and how until what hour you're doing that, and then the next task, and then the next task, and then the next task. Your schedule might look like 5 a.m. wake up, 5:30 a.m. Meditate, 5:45 read my Bible, 6 a.m. get dressed for school, 6:15 eat breakfast, 6:30 just like that, and let's say 7 o'clock go to school, and that until I don't know 2 3 o'clock, then get home at 3:30, eat 4 o'clock, training from 6 to 8, and then coming back, I get home at 10. Then in between your times, you can also find, once you actually set your schedule, you can find the times where you waste your time, where you're just doodling on Instagram, or you're just you watching YouTube purposelessly. You should, in those times, replace it from actually wasting your time to actually focusing and studying. And that's the key to balancing your student athlete life. To keep both up, you have to invest time in both. When you're struggling with school, you gotta sacrifice a bit, whether it's your sleep, whether it's your training time, whether it's your focus on training. You have to do sacrifices in order to get time to balance out. If you train over time, let's say your training is from 6 to 8 and you stay till 9 to play with your teammates, you might have to sacrifice that in order to actually get the time to study the materials that you're struggling with. Or if you're struggling with sports and you need extra time to train, or extra time for whatever in your sport or in your discipline, you can sacrifice a bit of homework. I'm sure your teacher will understand. You just, hey, can I turn this assignment in the next week, at the end of the week? It was due Monday, can I turn it in on Friday? I'm sure your teacher will understand. That way you can sacrifice that homework for another day, while you focus on actually train what you want to train on your sport. Now, this doesn't mean you sacrifice, let's say, a major project in order to go play volleyball or go play castle with your friends. No, you actually sacrifice what you have to do, like let's say a daily homework, because those are the ones you should sacrifice. You should prioritize major or minor projects, and daily homework is what you can sacrifice. And actually go and train, focus on the skill you're learning with your teammate, learn on the passing play you're learning, learn the new skill you want to learn, but actually focus and do it. Don't just sacrifice the homework and go scroll on TikTok until it's time for your training. No, you have to actually work and put in the work once you sacrifice something. And yeah, the key to balancing your student athlete life is having a detailed schedule and knowing what you're doing at what hour, and also making sacrifices in order to have time to actually manage both things and actually focus on the thing you're sacrificing for, and not wasting your time. And yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Remember, Jesus Christ loves you, and He's the only way to go. And do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it.